It's day 53 of the Discipleship 5K, and today I want us to remember, before we even begin with our scripture, that we are all children of God, that you are created in God's image and likeness, just as I am created in God's image and likeness. We are his beloved children, and this scripture today is a good reminder for us. And it comes from the New Testament. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. And all of us, with unveiled faces, seeing the glory of the Lord as though reflected in a mirror, are being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another, for this comes from the Lord, the Spirit. It's beautiful. And what is perfect for us today is that we've kind of been talking about some of the struggles and the hardships that we go through, and it reminds me of how the scripture says that God is the potter and we are the clay, and that we need to be refined in fire, that there are going to be struggles that we deal with. There's going to be hard times. There's going to be pain and suffering and hurt, and it's part of life. Like we said, Jesus suffered. He didn't have the perfect life. He didn't go through his time on earth without suffering, without pain. And so today we want to take that scripture, we want to put it into action. We want to remember that we are created by God in his image, and that we need to look at ourselves in the mirror and we need to recognize Jesus more readily. I would bet that there are times when we look in the mirror, we don't even see our faces. You know, we might brush our teeth and look at all the faults and the freckles and the things that we don't like about ourselves. And so today I want you to look in the mirror and take a serious look at yourself, and any of those negative thoughts that just flood your brain, like, oh well, I have a second chin or a double chin, or I have bags under my eyes, or I don't like the color of my eyes, or my skin has rosacea, or I have too many zits, or whatever those negative things are that kind of jump into our minds without us even thinking about it. I want you to write those things down in your journal today, and then I want you to set a timer. Get out your phone, put an egg timer, set the timer on the microwave, whatever it is, but I want you to set a timer for 1 minute. And if you really can, I challenge you to do 2 minutes, because that is the universal time that people have a hard time being silent. In a conversation, when you're talking to somebody, if there's 2 minutes of silence, people get really uncomfortable. And so if you can, challenge yourself to set a timer for 2 minutes. And in those 2 minutes, I want you to look at yourself in the mirror, directly into the eyes. And I want you to search, to look for, wait for you to see Jesus that lives inside of you. It is so powerful. It's an amazing thing to sit in silence and to look at yourself. And when I've done it, I'm just overwhelmed with emotions. And not that that's a good thing, but it's a good reminder for me that I am a child of God, that I am created by God, and that I am made in his image and likeness, and that he does dwell in me, that I am his tabernacle, and that I am a reflection of that God who I believe in. And so I want you to take that time to look at yourself in the mirror. Once that time is over, the words that you wrote down in your journal, I want you to take a marker, a permanent marker, and I want you to cross those negative things out. Whatever they were, cross them out, because they do not exist. They are not a distraction to others. They are not a distraction to God. Everybody loves you despite those faults that you see, because they aren't faults to them. They are beautiful. They are what make you you, what make you special. And so I want you to spend time thinking about that today as you're doing your exercise. Go back to the scripture and read it to remind yourself that you are progressing towards your goal of being a disciple, to be a better disciple, and that it does take a little bit of work, it does take a little bit of transformation, and that you are a work in progress, and God is not done with you yet. Have a beautiful day.